Hey everybody, it's Alexia from amysticspath, back with another pick a card reading for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Now, this week's message focuses on what change will Mercury direct bring you, because Mercury went direct this week, which is exciting for a lot of us because this is our planet of communication and logic and ideas and our thought processes, especially this also rules technology too, so we may have been facing problems with that over the last 3 weeks, but now Mercury is direct and we are facing some changes again because the planet kind of has to kick that energy back up, but our logic and our ideas and our communication and our what's going on in our mental state has a very good chance to kind of clear up. So I'm kind of hoping for that myself. But anyways, go ahead and pause the video and see what group or groups you are pulled to, and I will see you back with your messages. Now, for my group number ones, we get Death, the Four of Wands, the Nine of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Wands, the Ten of Cups, the Houndess of Radha, and Masa la Flambeau. Now, with this, guys, I'm seeing you as in a peak of transformation, that you've gone through a heavy amount of transformation during Mercury retrograde and really up until this point, and probably continuing to do so. And within the Wheel of Fortune, this also indicates that things are actually changing for you, my group number ones, actually energy is shifting for you. And I'm really feeling that a lot of my group number ones have actually put in a lot of hard work into the release work that they have had to do over this point in trying to heal some of those things that have really been holding them back within their mental state. I see new doors opening up for you, almost in celebration of this. Okay, as well as, but really within these new doors opening for you, this is because that when we're looking at the Ace of Wands, we see this energy of this spark that comes in, this passionate spark of ideas, right? And this is ideally working towards this Nine of Cups with, abundance and happiness, and literally he's thrilled that this is where he is in life. And then we have the Ten of Cups, and this is emotional fulfillment. And this is really what I see you guys working towards, is really putting effort into the transformation that you've undergone through these last 3 weeks and even before this. I really see that you now putting your efforts into really manifesting or bringing in this idea of happiness and emotional fulfillment into your lives. So which means that in turn that you're also going to be cutting a lot of things out, right? And this is also go hand in hand with the Death card and how I seen transformation. And within this, it's almost like you are going to be putting a lot of these energies that have been encompassed in anger and pain and things just not working out, and just those hard feelings that turn into almost rage. And you're kind of channeling that into getting to this place of emotional fulfillment and this place of abundance and contentment, and that you are starting to work towards that, and that's what you're starting to put your efforts into, and really getting to this space where you are ideally just focusing on this, and that things from the past aren't going to be able to come up and pull you back, because you have done a lot of this transformation that you had needed to during these past 3 weeks. And I honestly, for you guys, feel like you have been working on this, even before then, really working on this during, Pluto retrograde too. and when that's, when that season was kind of encompassing, I kind of feel like this has been like an ongoing thing for you with a lot of this release and transition work, and that almost like you're really focusing on being able to be in a place where you're happy and not letting things kind of like not letting the energy of like these emotions that are crazy and high derail you in a bad way. You're just kind of focusing it into what it is that you want to be living in your life. And that is what I'm seeing for what change Mercury going direct will bring you, is this passion and this like motivation and this force to really work towards your ideal happiness in life and the abundance that you want within that. And that is what I'm seeing for my group number ones. For my group number twos, we get Judgment, the Five of Wands, the Knight of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Nine of Cups, Urzuli La Flambeau, okay, and Simbi. All right, and with this, I'm seeing, again, this level of transformation, right? And that you have been fighting towards kind of evolving in your soul and your spirit, yourself evolving, but you've been kind of having to like fight for this, right? And really like kind of battling this. I almost feel like it's kind of like flip-flopping on a fence almost. And that although you are passionate and determined on trying to move to like this next level of evolving, there's something that you are clutching to. There's some part of you that has to be released that you may not have been ready to release up until this point, that's kind of blocking you. That's that thing that you're fighting against, that it's some sort of thought process or some part of you that is like the old you that you're kind of trying to clutch onto, and that's what's been fighting against this transformation that you're trying to undergo. Like you might be gaining a little bit, but you're not gaining as much as you would like. And this is, this is because there's something that you are clutching onto from the past, and you're not really making that space to be able to receive what it is that you're trying to receive. In this case, it is the transformation because you're clutching onto the old. We see the Page of Swords who's contemplating. She's the one who's flip-flopping because as we see, she's facing us. She's not facing in a direction where she's actually going to move. She's kind of thinking like, going back and forth. She wants to move in a direction, but it's like this piece of her she's kept with her for so long that it's kind of just like she feels like it's hindering to let go of because it's been with her for so long, but it's like it served her purpose. So she's kind of on the fence. We see that she's kind of looking to this side, but when we really look at the cards, we can see the birds and the arrows at the top. If you guys can see it, they're right here. So in this corner, I don't know if you guys can see that, but they're facing in the opposite direction, which means that the universe, spirit, whatever, nature is asking her to go in this direction, but she's kind of looking back towards the direction that she has came from. So there's that flip-flopping on that fence because there's this one piece of you that you really, really are trying to hang on to. Okay, but she is also contemplating moving into this place of contentment and being happy with where she is and in an emotional sense. And this is the change that I see for you, is kind of almost taking that leap of faith to head towards this space of this emotional contentment and almost like not emotional fulfillment in a sense, but somewhere where you can be happy and proud to be within your space, where you have a lot of like harmony or peace encompassed, like that you're almost to the space of emotional fulfillment, which is a very big achievement for a lot of us. Now this energy will put you into an energy of having sheer determination. Sorry about that, guys. My phone always cuts off because I'm always running out of storage and have to go back and delete stuff. But like I was saying, that you will be coming to this place of sheer motivation and determination to kind of put all of these energies that you were using while you were fighting into creating this space of being happy and content in your life, and kind of fulfilling this almost like this transformation that you have already been asked to do for so long. It's kind of that this, Mercury going direct will almost bring you this clarity, in a sense that it is time to kind of let go of that piece so you can kind of just encompass this transformation. That's where the determination comes in, because you're just so ready to stop being at this place that you're currently in, that you've been in for so long, that you're just ready to kind of like almost like aggressively cut out what is holding you back, because like the message has, that you've been waiting, the message has come in to go towards what it is that you're actually trying to, like what space you're actually trying to live in your life. And there will be a lot of aggression and determination within this. And I'm kind of feeling like it's what you're going to be putting most of your energy into, most of your free time into, is really creating this space where you can be content and you can be happy within like mentally. Like a big part of it is being content mentally. Okay. Even if you're already content, like emotionally, it's really like content mentally as well. And that's like coming through really hard. It's like, not just the emotional contentment where you're happy emotionally, but it's also mental contentment, like that you're actually happy within, like content within your mental state as well, because there's some things that you just have to let go that have really been hindering you. Again, it's been this fight, this ongoing fight that you've been experiencing. So I see that changing for you. You just have to make sure that whatever it is that you're holding on to, whatever it is that you're clutching onto, that you're afraid to let go of, that you actually let go of that. Okay. And that is what I'm seeing for my group number 2s. Group number 3s, we get the 9 of Wands, the Devil, the Ace of Coins, 5 of Swords, Knight of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Masa, and Azaka La Flambeau. And with this, my group number 3s, I see you as feeling very, very tired, very, very worn down, and almost like even like neglected, as well as caged in, like that you're in this little box and that somebody else is kind of calling the shots for you. But within this, we have to remember that we have to be able to be in control of our personal power. And when we look at the Devil card, no matter how much you feel caged in and controlled by this other being, whether it is, circumstantial or actually physically a person, that there is a door open that you can kind of exit out of. You feel caged in because you've been like put in this cage, but you can also exit it at your own free will. Okay. I also see the energies of what it is that you're feeling tired and caged in about. Like, you've already found what it is that you're looking for. When I see this Ace of Coins, it's like you've already found it. You've already picked up what it is that you're looking for, or what it is that you're trying to achieve. It's just not completely molded yet, because we are looking at the Ace of Pentacles. We are looking at the starting point. You already know what it is that you are working towards that will get you out of this space that you're feeling caged in. Within Mercury going direct, we see the 5 of Swords, which is kind of you taking your place. I kind of see this as like you taking your place on the throne. And that's like kind of pushing out like the distractions of people that you thought were kind of there to help you. And even whether they were, they weren't. It's kind of time for you to take in that personal power, stand up and like claim your throne and get busy doing what it is that you are supposed to be doing, or how you're supposed to be acting, in a sense, like dismissing some of the things that are like emotionally chaotic. When we're looking at these waves coming in, these are a lot of waves of emotion that are coming in for you, and that this situation that you're in is kind of emotionally like draining as well. But it's time for you to kind of take your seat on the throne of what it is that you are trying to accomplish. So I mean that it's like with this, you aren't letting people run you over. This is the card of standing up and like claiming what's yours and not letting people run all over you or steal your spotlight or anything like that. It's like, this is my time and I'm taking it. As well as the Knight of Cups is speaking of following your heart. So whatever it is that you've been like feeling called to do, whatever it is that you have been like the reason why you feel caged in, whatever that is, whatever it is, that reason, it's like getting out of that is following your heart, not staying in this place that's like complacent and somebody else is calling the shots, or you're like victim to somebody else or something else calling the shots for you. And that you're taking your power back and you are kind of exiting out of this space of feeling caged in and go like continuing down your journey, because as long as you're in this cage, you can't continue down your journey of where you're trying to go. And this is a lot of it is where you physically see yourself rooted in the world. We're looking at the Queen of Pentacles energy, and she's very grounded, she's very rooted, and she's did a lot to get to where she is, which means that this journey has been like, might be, you know, this, like, it might be difficult. It might be a difficult journey because you're in a space where you're feeling caged in and almost powerless. So you do have to take your power back to be able to continue down the road to see where you actually want to see yourself in life. But you also, at the same time, we're looking at the Queen of Pentacles, you have to work for that. We're also looking at Masa, and this is also indicating that Spirit is on your side to help you with this. That they are, like, that Spirit is on your side, like they're listening to what it is that you want. And they're helping to try to move you to that. Azaka La Flambeau also indicates that this is your vision for your long term and how you see yourself in a better place that's not oppressed, that's not difficult, that's not caged in. It's like where you see yourself the most happy, where you actually want to be in your life, your vision for your life. We also see this within the Queen of Pentacles, because this is, you know, this was once a vision that she see for herself and she got up and she worked for it. But ideally, what I see with Mercury turning direct for you and how it will affect you guys is almost like you are taking your personal power back. And you're standing up and like almost not being a victim to the circumstances, and like you're crawling out of that cage and you're claiming your power. And then you're going to continue to journey down your life, your road, and going towards what it is that you are trying to create for yourself. And that's like your big vision for yourself. But I see you really coming out of, and even if you don't feel like that's where you're going to get, or you're going to be able to get there because you are feeling caged in, you are tired, you are feeling like you're almost like being controlled by either someone or a situation of some sort. But I see you kind of exiting out of that and claiming your power back and continuing your journey to where it is that you are trying to work to get to go where you ideally see yourself. That is what I'm seeing for my group number 3s. Now, my group number 4s, we get the Knight of Cups, the 8 of Swords, the Tower, the 7 of Swords, the 4 of Cups, the Knight of Cups, Oraite, and La Serene. And what I'm seeing is that there is a big energy of like this emotional almost turmoil that you've been in, and that the Eight of Swords is indicating that you've been a lot in your head, but also that you can't really see clearly. There's a lot of your own perception that is clouding your direction at this time. And it's almost like, I almost feel like there's a lot of fear encompassed within this emotional state that is keeping you, and that's kind of the perception that is keeping you from being able to move forward. Because there's a lot of fear and altered perception here. Like with the Eight of Swords, she literally can't see clearly because she's looking through this bubble. But within this, we have the Tower card, which is indicating that this is going to change. That things are that things are going to kind of come crumbling down, that this bubble is almost going to be popped. Okay, and we see, and even more so, we see the Seven of Wands, okay? And this is all about something blocking you. And in this case, it is your own perception and your emotions that are consuming your perception here, okay? And the Four of Cups is saying that you just, again, you're not seeing everything for what it is because you're so focused on what is right in front of you, what you're seeing in front of you, but you can't, again, see clearly what is in front of you, if that makes sense, because again, your emotions are distorting this. No matter how much you want to have directed energy and to go forth on your path, that your emotions are literally blocking you. And how does this change for you? We have the Knight of Cups, who is very, very known for being able to separate himself emotionally. And by separating, I don't mean like he's like detaching. I mean, he is emotionally intelligent enough to see where it is that fear and emotion are distorting his view, and like the logics and the logistics within it. He's literally the King of Cups. He is so special because he is able to work with both his feminine energy and his masculine energy, both his feminine brain and his masculine brain in equal parts. He can kind of almost like stand in the middle and look like he's on this line, okay? And like the line that's like separating these hemispheres of your brain, okay? And he's like standing on the line and he's seeing what's going on because of emotion. He's seeing what's going on because of his logical side, and he can decipher in between the two. So this is coming to a space where you're kind of standing up, you're taking a deep breath, and you're starting to look at things, like you're slowing things down. Okay, where am I getting ahead of myself? Where are my thoughts spiraling out of control? And you're coming to a place where you can connect within yourself, and you're connecting you're connecting emotion and like your emotion and your intuition with your logical side. That's why we literally see the mermaid here, because she is half half fish, half human, encompassing the energies of the water, which is emotion and intuition living there. But also the human part is, incorporating this energy of being able to use your logical side of your mind and being very, very logically intelligent as well. So we're coming to a place where we are meeting up with the King of Cups, and we can be very emotionally intelligent and see what is causing this Eight of Swords energy for us. And you're going to kind of be coming to a place where things are going to I almost feel like they're kind of like not slow down for you, but something is going to come in and burst this bubble to where you can kind of see where you have let your brain kind of spiral out of control and where there needs to be some balance here, and being able to kind of decipher those things, because this perception that you've been living in that bubble is going to be popped. Why do I say that? Because of the Tower card. This means things are changing and they're not going to stay the same. Okay, and that is what I'm seeing for my group number 4s. Now, I hope that you have all benefited from your messages, and that you have received the clarity that you need. If anybody feels that they could use a reading specifically for themselves, please do not hesitate to contact me. I would love to work with you. Everybody have a